Hey, welcome in. My name is JOCELYN. I'm super excited you're here. I'm going to take you through a basic business introduction. If you are here and you're curious about what a doTERRA business could look like for you, you're in the right place. Okay, so first of all, before we jump in, I assume you might have some oils already. I hope you have your diffuser on. I'm obviously diffusing peppermint and wild orange. It's like the get things done. I got a busy day. So peppermint and wild orange, equal drops in the diffuser. Amazing. Okay. Next, grab your peppermint or a uplifting oil of choice. I love to do this before I do any work, actually. As I sit down at my desk, this is one of my favorite routines. Okay, so drop in the hands, cup over the mouth and nose. And just take some nice deep inhales through the nose, out the mouth. It's an amazing way to wake up the senses. So good. And then apply to the temples. Avoid the eyes. You're going to have trouble paying attention. Back the neck. As you guys know, I live in Costa Rica. We use peppermint oil all the time to just cool down, bring the body temperature down, and to, of course, wake up, energize, invigorate, get more focus, all the things. Okay, so let's jump in together. I'm going to screen share here and go through our little presentation. Okay. All right, so today we're going to talk about building your pipeline, just the basics of building a doTERRA business. Okay, so as you probably know, there are three types of people who come to doTERRA, who tend to be attracted to doTERRA. Okay, number one is someone who wants to live the wellness lifestyle. This is all of us here. Okay, so you wouldn't be here if you weren't interested in living a more holistic lifestyle. Okay, and so maybe you already do. Maybe you're someone who hasn't cleaned your house with chemicals ever or in years, right? Maybe you would way rather grab something natural than a synthetic, right? Or you recognize that essential oils can be used as a first defense in your home, right? So you're here if that you're definitely in the right place if that's you, right? As well as if you're brand new to the wellness world and you're like, well, how have I not heard of this sooner, right? So you're here because you want to live a wellness lifestyle or a natural lifestyle. Okay, so the second type of person is someone who likes to share what they know and love, right? So I don't know about you, but that's definitely me. If I find something that I love, if I find whatever, it could be a shirt or anything, I'm going to tell people about it. Like, hey, if someone asks me, where'd you get that shirt? I'm going to tell them, right? And that's basically, I'm doing business without making any money, right? But I'm sharing what I know to be true. I'm sharing my experiences. I'm sharing a product that I love. Okay, so what tends to happen is once we start to really, truly like love and live our wellness lifestyle with our oils and products in our home, we can't help but share. Okay, so there's definitely a certain type of person that can't stop sharing. That's what happened to me. Okay, and we kind of catch on to like, oh my gosh, I can actually share something that I love so much and have seen incredible results in my own home, something I wouldn't know what to do without, right? I can share it with people that I know, that I meet, that I love, and I can help them live a better lifestyle, and I can then in turn get my products paid for. Okay, but it doesn't stop there, because some of us, after we start sharing, that's generally the progression, right? After we start sharing, we start to see, oh my gosh, my oils are already paid for. I can now try other things, like I'm trying the vitamins, I'm trying the lifestyle products, the consumables like the shampoo and conditioner, really switching out a lot of things in our home. We start to see the impact that we can make. Those friends that we shared with are like, how do I get my own oils? Like, this is amazing. And they start sharing, and they start to ask you, well, I have friends who want to get, I want friends who want to get their oils. How do I do that? Right? So you can actually build and earn an incredible uncapped income on your own schedule and make an incredible global impact. Okay. So building a business, it doesn't have to be complicated. It also doesn't have to look a certain way. Okay. So yes, of course, we have tried and true systems for you to plug into. We have a global community that is super uplifting, inspiring, positive. for you to take part in, for you to come and join us in. And so we're going to show you the framework of building this business, but you get to be so creative, right? You get to build it in a way that suits you, okay? And you're not alone, okay? You're in complete partnership with whoever invited you to watch this little mini webinar today, okay? So let's move on. As you can tell, I like to talk. Hauling buckets. Let's talk about hauling buckets compared to building a pipeline. So generally speaking, what hauling buckets means is we are comparing hauling buckets to a traditional job, okay? You're trading hours for dollars, limit on advancements and earnings, limited time freedom, building others' dreams, okay? So someone else has got you working for their schedule, okay? So that's hauling buckets. You're trading your time for money, okay? Authentic direct sales, notice that we didn't say like scammy selling, network marketing, whatever you want to call it, right? We do things differently here. So we're talking about the pipeline, we're building true residual income, okay? There's no limits on advancements or earnings, freedom to choose your schedule, and you're building your dreams, okay? So I want to ask you, where are you, right? Where are you right here and right now in your life with the work that you get to do? Do you spring out of bed every morning excited to go to work for someone else? If that's you, that's totally cool, but I probably can guarantee that you're not if you are here watching this, okay? But saying that, I'm not saying that you have to hate your day job in order to build a doTERRA business, because you can totally do them side by side, okay? So here's a little story about what hauling buckets and building a pipeline really means, okay? So there was this guy who used to haul buckets of water for a living, okay? So he used to literally go to the water source, get a bucket, bring it down to his village, and he got paid every time he did so. Okay, that's like going to your 9-to-5 job. If you don't show up, you don't get paid. Obviously, there's like, if you have vacation, that's complicated, okay? So this guy, if he got hurt or his wife needed a break or whatever it was, if he took time off his work, he was not getting paid, okay? But he had this idea one day that, what if I did my normal day job, I made the money to put food on the table, all the bills and expenses are paid for my family, right? But what if I took a couple hours every evening and I started to dig a pipeline, to lay a pipeline under the ground from the water source to my village, okay? So that's what he did. And so he started little by little by little. He was consistent and he continued to show up, do the work every evening, at least 2 hours. Some nights he worked more, some days he just always committed to those 2 hours, right? And so after, quite a while, it took him a while, but after that, he had his pipeline laid and he was able to turn on the water, right? He was able to turn on the water and that water would run continuously and he could charge per bucket, okay? So that's a traditional job or hauling buckets compared to residual income. And that's something that we get to create with doTERRA, long-lasting residual income. Okay, and this is something that we're going to go into probably on the part 2, the Business Made Easy webinar, that we go in a little bit more depth in our compensation plan and things like that. And I can really break it down for you, okay? And so let's talk about why doTERRA. Okay, so we are the most tested, most trusted essential oils in the world. Okay, we do the work that most of all essential oil companies won't do, right? Okay, so we have over 8.5 million customers. I think we're closer to 10 now, to be honest, million customers all around the world. Our oils are used by doctors and hospitals worldwide. Okay, I love that the executive community of this company, like the executive founding members of this company, are actually scientists. They're medical doctors. They're people that were sick and tired of adulterated fake essential oils that don't work, right? They knew nature is so complex and so intelligent, right? And so powerful. So they came together with that common vision and mission to create the world's first actual pure essential oils that are sustainably sourced all around the world. I hope you guys know all about doTERRA. I want you to go to a website, www.source2u.com. If you've never been there and you're interested in sustainability, making an impact on a global scale, small scale on a global scale, this is the place to go, okay? So we are the largest essential oil company in the world. Our growth rate is similar to Apple, okay? So $1 billion company in 7 years, amazing. Record-breaking retention rate of 65%. Average industry rate is 13%, you guys. So what that means is 65% of people that make their first purchase of oils, products, whatever it is, 65% of them are going to buy again and again and again. Okay, that's the residual, because we change people's lives, right? We don't just sell them essential oils and say, peace, have fun. No, we actually teach them how to change their lifestyle, right? And for some people, it's just incorporating like a couple oils in the beginning, and then all of a sudden they begin to ask questions. Well, if these work so well and I love them, they make me feel good, right? They make me feel good. I want to explore cleaning products, right? I want to get the toxic stuff slowly out of my house, right? And so this is a big deal, right? And so we get to change people's lives. Okay, we create partnerships with growers all around the world. I kind of touched on this already. We have an incredible, it's called Co-Impact Sourcing, our sourcing initiative, where we partner with farms all around the world. We do not own farms, okay? We don't own farms is the slogan I'm trying to think of it. We don't own farms. We raise growers or something like that. Like, we really partner with growers all around the world and create community. We help them in their local communities, and specifically in developing countries. Okay, this is huge. We take a look at, say, Africa. What grows well here that we can source from this country because they need our help? Haiti, right? Our vetiver comes from Haiti. But you know what else is, because of our vetiver coming from there, we have the ability to work with the people on the ground to build things like earthquake sound buildings, right? Clean drinking water, schools, hospitals, things that the community needs through our Healing Hands projects, right? So much awesome information. You'll find more on that on the Source to You website, okay? So we are a privately owned company, debt-free, with no outside funding. So hope you're beginning to see why I'm so passionate about sharing these, right? So why partner with doTERRA? So we already talked a little bit about this. We create partnerships with growers around the world. We preserve agricultural traditions through co-impact sourcing. We have a nonprofit called the Healing Hands Foundation. We focus on giving back. As you grow your doTERRA business, other lives are also impacted and lifted on a big scale, okay? So every purchase changes growers' lives in their communities. So there's the website, source2u.com, you guys. Okay, so let's get into it. How do I make money? You're like, this sounds amazing. I love sustainability. I love impact, and I love to be my own boss. How do you make money? So first of all, you offer solutions for people's problems, right? You have friends that are struggling with fill in the blank. You know, you've got an oil that can help them. So you offer those solutions. Okay. After that, you teach them more. If they're like, oh my gosh, that worked insane. I slept for the first time in 10 years, right? I slept for the first time the whole night in 10 years. They're going to want to know more. You can't just give them that delicious cookie and not tell them the recipe. Okay. So you're going to bring them back to teach them more. Okay. So whether that looks like you teaching them or you plugging them into your team's resources and education classes, workshops, whatever, they learn more, right? And through that, they discover how to get their own oils, okay, at the best price and the best way that suits their budget and their needs, okay? And then it doesn't end there. We support them, like I talked to you about before. We teach them how to use what they bought, right? My worst fear is someone buying something from me or someone on my team and not knowing how to use it, and it just sits in a box. That's not what we want, okay? We want to teach people, and we teach people together as a team, as Team Supernatural. We teach people how to use these oils and products to change their lives. We support people exactly where they're at. If they are more than happy with using their oils in their own home, that's great, right? If they start sharing and they ask us, my friend wants to get oils. I'm not going to say, okay, I want to show you how you can start to get your oils paid for, right? If that person wants to share, I'm going to support them where they're at. If they say, hey, I'm going through some stuff, I need to earn a solid income, and I'm interested in residual income because I want to move to the beaches of Costa Rica like you did, I'm down, right? I'm totally supporting that person wherever they're at. So our organization is all around the world. We are in, at this exact moment, I have to count again, but I think we're in 6, 7, maybe 8 different countries around the world so far. And that's really exciting for me, right? That means that we have over 1,000, almost 1,500 families that have been directly impacted just by our little team alone. Okay, our little supernatural community. Okay, so this is amazing that we get to change people's lives. Okay, so I'll start rambling. Stop rambling. Let's explore the income opportunities. Okay, and so like I said before, there's a part 2. There's a Business Made Easy webinar that you can check out after this one if you want to go into more depth on the compensation plan, how you actually get paid and those things. But this is kind of like, these are like milestones in your business. Okay, so each one is a different level with different structure. It's kind of, I mean, I don't want to get too much into it, but I just want to show you the opportunity and the potential with this model. Okay, our compensation plan is one of the best I've ever seen as far as generosity goes. Okay, so just to quickly go through, elite rank is the first one you see there, the little yellow one here. So that's like our first big milestone. Okay, this is huge because elite rank, every level in this business is based upon elites. Okay, so what I do, my primary job is obviously to educate on these pretty little bottles and what's inside, and change people's lives every day. But I get to change people's lives through this business model as well. Okay, and so I create elites. I teach people how to build their business to elite. Okay, and so of course there's mindset that goes through all of this, because if you were to say right now, like if I was to say, what would you do, if you were making $10,000 more a month residually, right? If you needed to take a break, if you needed to go on holiday, if you needed to, whatever, take a week off because your child was needing some extra support, you can, and you'll still get paid, right? So that's a big deal. I'm not saying you can completely back away from your business and it'll just keep running. It's not quite a pipeline of water like that. Unless maybe your presidential diamond, starting your second presidential team, things like that. Who knows? Anyway, what would you do with that $10,000? Like, what would that change in your life? Okay, and so let's move on. I'm going to share a couple like timelines for you, because I'm sure you're wondering, like, well, how long does it take for someone like roughly to get to elite rank, for example? Okay, so first I want you to think, you watching, I want you to think of residual income and what it means to you. Okay, so residual income, not a lot of people know what it means. And I actually had no clue before, even when I started my doTERRA business, I didn't have much direction or support. I was like, I don't know what residual income is actually. So residual income in a nutshell, I'm just going to pause, just give me 1 second here. Okay, sorry. I'm having speaker issues for the past couple days, and it's actually kind of hilarious. Let's just plug this in and then we'll get back into it. Okay, are you still thinking about what residual income means to you? And then I'll tell you what it is in case you don't know. Get this plugged in here. Okay. Okay, I think it's good. Alrighty, hopefully you can still hear me all good. Okay, so residual income is basically, remember when we talked about the pipeline, okay? So he's getting paid residually when people are filling up their bottles, their buckets, whatever, right? And so this basically means that when we are building our doTERRA business, we're sharing our oils, right? We're sharing this lifestyle with people. We're helping them to change their own lives, be the healer, become the healer in their own homes, right? And for some of those people, like I mentioned, we're helping them to build a business as well. Okay. And so what happens is residual income is a result of that. When people order each month, when people are literally like, they try things and they won't go a day without them, right? That's residual income. So what does residual income mean to me? Residual income to me means that I have time freedom, or I'm working towards time freedom. Okay, so I get to choose my schedule. I get to spend time with my family, with my kids. I have 3 little kids at the time of this recording: an 8-month-old, a 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old. And I started my business when my little guy, my 6-year-old, was around 1 year old, right? I got my oils. Sorry, I shouldn't say started my business. I got my oils, played around with them for a little bit, started sharing, but I had a lot of personal development work to do on myself. And I also was moving a ton, didn't really have a solid place. It's complicated. I was also going through a separation, all the things. And so it was intense, right? But I was able to stick with the dream that I had, right? The dream of having an income, making a sustainable income for me and my son, right? And then fast forward, I had Sequoia. I remember I was building my business and nap times, after the kids go to bed, she'd lay on a little pillow on my lap while I was on my computer getting some work done while Macaulay was sleeping, and I was building my business from scratch, from nothing. As a single mom, I had to utilize government assistance because the dad wasn't around at all, like financially or physically. And so long story short, I was solid gold rank. Okay, so I can go back here. I just don't want to let go of my seeker in case it unplugs. Okay, I can go back here and show you I was solid gold rank. And remember, these are approximate US dollars, okay? So for a solid team, I wasn't even that solid, but I was pretty solid, okay? So I was a pretty solid gold. The September of 2019, okay? And so I had planned that summer. I was like, I'm getting out of Canada. I don't want to be in the snow for another winter, right? And so I was like, I don't know where I'm going. I want to go maybe to Mexico. And then I was like, my friend was like, come to Costa Rica. And so I was like, okay, I'll go to Costa Rica. So packed up everything I owned. I should have packed up better, to be honest, because I thought I was just going for a trip for the winter, right? And so I got on a plane with my 2-year-old and my 4-year-old at the time, my business in my backpack, everything that we need to live, in like a couple duffel bags, and we got on a plane to come to Costa Rica. Okay, fast forward, I met the guy of my dreams, like literally had crossed off men off my list because of my past experiences and growing up my experiences. And so met my dream guy here in Costa Rica, who is a Costa Rican. And again, long story short, conceived my 3rd child in this very start, I guess like the start of maybe the spring of 2020 pandemic, right? Right after that, we reached platinum rank in the spring of 2020 in the pandemic. We reached diamond rank as a team in the summer of 2020, in the heart of the like crazy pandemic. Our business was skyrocketing, right? So it's still on that upward momentum. People's lives change, things happen, people need to readjust. But I just wanted to give you guys that little bit of an insight, because that's what residual income means to me. I trade my time for our future, right? I am building our future every single day. Every action I take every day, I'm building our future. And not only that, okay, I get to help women and families, holistic healthcare providers, maybe you. I get to help you to build your residual income. And that's my goal now. That's my vision, is to help as many women, families, and people that have been building their own brick and mortar business, maybe a physical business. I want to help you get your power back and get your time back. Okay, so that's what residual income means to me. It's something that I truly love, breathe, believe in. Okay, and so I want it for you. Okay, so let's talk about time commitment. If you want to get your oils paid for, just share what you're using, right? Just literally open your mouth. If you go to soccer games, if you go blah, 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 if you're on social media, just share what you're doing, share what you're loving, share your results. Testimonials are amazing, right? This is probably going to take around 3 to 5 hours per week. Okay. This is totally average because it depends on your influence. It depends on who you're speaking to, and your quality of content or what you're sharing, right? But the reality is you're just going to share. Okay. The next one is to supplement your income. Here, you're probably either one. You're probably plugging people back into our team's education, our online virtual classes that we have weekly, things like that. Even the business opportunity webinars that are live that we have weekly. You are supplementing your income if you're being a little bit more intentional with your business. And here is probably the tipping point between like sharing and building a business, is that you are, what was I going to say? Sorry. You're spending a little bit more time and you're being a little bit more intentional. Okay. So it's 10 to 15 hours a week. Maybe you're learning how to start your own weekly classes. And you're getting, like I said, a little bit more intentional with who you're sharing with. Maybe you're finding your business partners and people just come to you that want to share this product with you. Okay. Especially when you have a solid dream and goal in mind. Right? Maybe it's like me, like I just needed food in the fridge. Literally, it just went food in the fridge. Okay, now I can buy myself a vehicle. Okay, now I can do this. And now I can move my family anywhere I want in the world, right? And we can literally live anywhere we want. Okay. So, and beyond, then it's like, now I can help other people do the same thing. Okay. And then the last one here is replace your income. So maybe that's looking like a part-time job to a almost full-time job. Right? So replacing your income, a little bit more intentionality, you're going through the training systems, things like that. Okay. So could this work for you? Are you passionate about holistic wellness and natural living? Yes. Do you care about people? Yes. Can you follow a system and get things done? Probably yes. Right? So what's the next step? Number one, get your own oils. If you have not already, get your own doTERRA account. Okay. And so connect back with whoever invited you to watch this little mini webinar. First of all, okay, get your own oils with them. Number two, identify what type of person you are. Do you want to share doTERRA? Do you have, maybe you're like, I need to get my own oils and I need to play with them a little bit. Totally fine. Okay. You take your time. There's no rush. We're going to be here when you're ready. Okay. And so if you want to share or build with doTERRA, let us know. Reach out to whoever connected you here. If that's me, you know where to find me. Okay. Attend the Business Made Easy presentation. I've been talking about this the whole time. This is a deep dive into residual income and the compensation plan. And then the last one here, get connected. Like I said 40 times in the last 10 minutes, connect back in with whoever invited you here to schedule a video call to discuss if doTERRA is what you're looking for. Okay, so that's it. That's all. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned a thing or two, and I hope you see a little bit more about what doTERRA is all about. We attract a type of person who is a healer, right? We know we're here for more, and we're here to make an impact, a global impact, okay? And an awesome income, own our own time, be healers in our own homes, and show other people how to do the same, okay? Anyway, have an awesome day wherever you are, and I hope to see you and hear from you soon.